When the two highest ELO-rated teams in football history collide, a divergence emerges between statistical modeling and raw form. Spain enters this match boasting a historic 2190 ELO rating, backed by an invincible 36-match unbeaten streak. France counters with a slightly lower 2163 rating, yet they arrived as the undisputed pre-tournament favorites. This World Cup semifinal takes place at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, introducing specific environmental variables to an already tense knockout environment. Spain holds the higher historical rating and an invincible 36-match run, yet decentralized prediction markets and our own simulations consistently favor France. To parse this dead-even matchup, we are using a 10,000 iteration Monte Carlo simulation. To find the true statistical edge here, we have to bypass flat sportsbook lines and systematically build a probabilistic model from the ground up. This chart maps Spain's momentum across 36 matches. It shows a relentless offensive output, generating an average of 1.85 expected goals per game. Much of that threat runs through Lamine Yamal. With a high tournament XG of 2.82 relative to just one actual goal scored, he is heavily due for positive regression. Their attacking width is fully restored, with wingers Nico Williams and Yeremy Pino returning to the flanks after shaking off minor injuries. France is making their bid for a third consecutive World Cup final using the exact inverse approach, built on defensive perfection. This graph compares tournament defense against France's recent performance. They have allowed only 0.97 expected goals across 3 knockout matches, conceding 0 actual goals. Sustaining those numbers relies on the fitness management of their core defensive trio, William Saliba, Dayot Upamecano, and Ilarion Tchouameni. The first layer of our simulation mathematically weighs this Spanish offensive wave directly against an impenetrable French defensive wall. This top-down view maps the tactical clash. Spain's fluid 4-2-3-1 possession system uses mid-block pressing to create central midfield congestion against France's 4-3-3. Spain relies on the orchestration of Rodri in the double pivot to control the tempo and distribute the ball to their wide creators. France anticipates this. Their defensive shape is specifically designed to choke out those dangerous central passing lanes. By absorbing that pressure, France creates transition leverage, isolating attackers against Spain's high defensive line. Kylian Mbappé is the primary threat in these moments. He leads the tournament with 8 goals and carries a 41.5% anytime goal probability. He shares a synergy with Ousmane Dembélé. The pair have created 19 chances for one another during the finals. Defending these transitions leads to discipline risks. The match projects 4.3 yellow cards, with the highest individual risk placed on disruptors like Rodri and Tchouameni. This tactical architecture creates a volatile environment. Spain will dominate the ball, but France will dictate the spatial leverage. The Monte Carlo methodology is a computational algorithm that runs 10,000 iterations to eliminate emotional bias from our projections. We are loading the engine with specific inputs: historical ELO ratings, microscopic XG form profiles, and localized penalty duties. To bridge the gap between stats and financial reality, the model also ingests live betting baselines and sharp market sentiment. This synthesis of objective tactical data and decentralized market liquidity provides a framework to price a match between 2 historically elite teams. This chart shows the probability distribution for the 90-minute outcome. Despite the ELO disadvantage, France holds a mathematical edge with a win probability between 39.4% and 40.3%. When we examine the exact scoreline matrix, the elite defensive metrics on both sides heavily skew the distribution toward low-scoring scripts. The 2 most likely outcomes are a 1-1 draw at 12.9% probability, closely followed by a 1-0 France victory at 11.8%. This stacked bar chart identifies a major statistical leverage point. It contrasts flat sportsbook odds against the simulation's distinct 54 to 56% leaning toward the under 2.5 goals market. Prediction market traders are now reacting directly to the likelihood of a 90-minute draw leaking into extra time. On prediction markets, probability reflects price. The France to advance contract trades at 60 cents, implying a 60% probability, aligning the simulation's edge with real-world financial stakes. Anchoring exchange cards with this contract provides insulation against the highly probable extra-time stalemate. Ultimately, in a match defined by immovable defenses and microscopic margins, trusting France's transition upside is the mathematically optimal position.